What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Third Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels. Guys, it's Song of the Deep again. We're, trying to think here. We're trying to find this, I'm trying to remember what I think they said it was called the Rimarosa. Sounds like a bad seafood dish. Though it also sounds kind of like from the description that they were, talking about. It sounds like it's the Kraken. I was reading up on this game. Apparently, it's heavily based in Irish mythology. Maybe not Irish, but Celtic, at least. I don't know. I find that interesting. It's mythologies that you really don't you don't hear about or deal with a lot. Usually it's the Greek or the Roman, one of those. Alright, well, not getting through that way. Jeez. Going up won't help us, so yeah, it's gotta be in this direction. Right, note to self. Don't try to just flat out outrun these things. Mostly because I will lose, and then we'll cry. Oh, goody. Not one of these. Let's see what's up here. Treasure. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're getting close. Bomblets. I think that upgrade is could be useful.
Lay beneath the dark, twisted ruins known as the Caverns of Madness. Merrin could not shake the feeling that something unimaginably terrible had happened in this place.
damn it. I'd say precision in this game is one of the hardest things to accomplish. It's also really hard to understand exactly when something's going to hit you. Because it seems like it just comes in your vicinity, but you're taking damage from it. Even though, technically, like that should have hit me. But the one that killed, the last one that killed me though, that one didn't look like it hit with enough contact to, god damn it, to actually kill me. It looked like it barely winged me. That's not always made clear. And see, but the last time that one would have missed me. The inconsistency just adds a lot of frustration to the player. And not a lot of good frustration. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, you know, like, people want to say, like, you know, like, frustration is fun. You know, like, that's all the fun of Dark Souls. And I'm like, I would disagree, because I don't find Dark Souls remotely fun. You know, that and Bloodborne. Games like that, I mean, I know people love them. Son of a bitch! I am not one of those people. I don't find overwhelming difficulty fun. I find it just obnoxious. You know, especially because I'm not getting anywhere. That's interesting. Narratively, you know, I mean, especially, you know, with a game like Bloodborne, which has no, well, at least he asked me, has no narrative. I know, yes, technically it has a narrative. It's just it just makes no freaking sense. It's kind of like the narrative in, there we go, in Dark Souls, where there's just really no narrative. Either way, it's just, I don't find this idea of it's hard and therefore it's fun. See, I don't get that vibe. I prefer, I like a challenge, but I don't want to be sitting there tearing my hair out the entire time. That's not fun for me. And that's the thing, like, you get trapped. You can't. Okay, well, I guess I'm doubling back around for no reason. Because I don't need to get back there. Pretty much my goal is to just move from, like, the Tyne rechargers, like, Tyne gates, whatever the hell they are. There we go. New warp vortex thing. Don't have enough money to. Oh, look, he has like a. Oh man, I never noticed that. It looks like he has like a little mustache. Looks like straight. Okay, straight down is not our objective.
For a moment, as the Tyne from the wellspring surrounded her, Merrin thought she smelled wild orchids. She closed her eyes and remembered the day, long ago, that she and her mother had made necklaces from the fragrant purple blossoms. And when she reopened her eyes, she no longer felt alone. She was ready to complete her journey.
Damn it! Stupid missiles of that thing just keep hitting me. Hell no, I'm not messing with one of those things again. Fuck that. Okay, so I did need to get back and around that way. Crap. can't get trapped between those two because you're just going to get bounced around.
Hundreds of ships strewn across Skeleton Reef, and the great, red tentacles that had dragged her to the bottom of the sea. Soon, she would have to face that creature again. And this time, she would be ready.
Alright, we're almost there. I'll hit a checkpoint up here, just in case.
At last, Merrin had reached her destination, the lair of the Rimorosa. She had prepared herself to face anything, and still she wasn't ready for what she saw next. There, trapped inside a diving bell but still alive, was her father. Alright, so I'm assuming we have to take down the waves of enemies and then pull off its face armor?
It has no nose.
As its mechanical faceplate shattered, the Rimorosa was at last free from the Fomori's control. The creature swooped out of its lair, smashing through the columns of rock beneath the Forbidden City. The heavy city began to collapse under its own weight and fall down into the trench below. Merrin raced to free her father from the diving bell, but the collapsing city was falling down all around her. Merrin grasped her father's hand as an avalanche of debris plummeted toward them. She closed her eyes as the darkness fell over her. When she opened her eyes, there was a roof of green, gleaming scales above her. A giant queen leviathan had taken the brunt of the blow from the falling debris. A moment later, a much smaller serpent swam down toward her. It was Swish. "Is this your mother, Swish?" Merrin asked in astonishment. But Swish just wagged his tail and beckoned for her to grab on. She and her father grabbed hold of the two leviathans, and together they swam up, out of the still collapsing debris of the Forbidden City. They swam out of the darkness and into the gleaming rays of sunlight that streaked through the water's surface. And at last, for the first time in what seemed like ages, Merrin and her father looked out over the waves toward their house in the distance. They said goodbye to the pair of leviathans, and Merrin promised to come play with Swish each day in the deep waters below the cliffs. And bit by bit, Merrin's life slowly went back to normal. She and her father traded a few of Merrin's golden coins for a beat-up old fishing boat. Working side by side, they soon had it ready to sail. Merrin no longer had to wait at the cliff's edge. Her father took her out to sea whenever she wanted to go. As they fished, they shared the stories of their own great adventures, both knowing that every word was true. And sometimes, late at night, Merrin thought of all the mysteries she had yet to answer. She thought of Kara, the sea garden, the eggs, and hoped they were all safe. Someday, she thought, someday I will see them again.
All right, that was a really nice ending. I really liked this game. I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, pretty short, you know. I mean, it was a pseudo. Well, I mean, I'm gonna call it an indie game. I mean, granted, it was done by Insomniac, but still, I mean, this was a small game, and it's just beautiful art style. You know, like I like how it was like kind of one voice, but telling it like a storybook. Yeah, this game had so much going for it. It was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm not 100% sure if I'll do a written review for this game, but I'll sit on an 8 for this game. You know, a solid 8. You know, I mean, there were some problems with the combat. You know, like I said, the game calls for precision, yet it's really hard to kind of achieve that in this game. But overall, I mean, it's got a really fun narrative. The art style is beautiful. It just the woman who does the voice throughout the game, she's just got a quality to her voice that's just so much fun to listen to. But yeah, I mean, like I said, a solid 8 out of 10. Really fun game, guys. If you haven't gone out and picked this up yet, $15. Go out and do it. Go out, support your local GameStop. Go buy it there. $15. You can buy it retail. And no, I am not paid by. I always have to say this. No, I am not paid by GameStop to say this. I just support GameStop personally, and you know, retail personally. That's just how I am. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this all the way through. You know, like a big thank you to Insomniac and Game Trust for this game. Super fun. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what else. You find me on Facebook, Twitter, my website down in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Go check out the rest of all the other stuff I have on this channel. Check out my weekly show that goes live every Saturday now at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So yeah, guys, I think that's about it. So everybody, thank you for watching, and if you've gotten through, I think this is all 11 parts of this series. Thank you. You can, I don't know what the hell I was about to say there. But thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for coming through the series. And like I said, check out the rest of the stuff on this channel. So I guess for the last time in the Song of the Deep series, guys, I'm AJ Gels. This is the On Third Gaming Channel. Everybody, thank you for watching. I'm out.